Hello everybody, I hope you're doing really well and having a really lovely day. It has been quite a while since I was last on here. I did film an unboxing video last month, but I just never got around to editing it. It's still on my phone. I just haven't had the time, honestly. It's just been crazy. And if I am 100% honest, I just haven't really had the motivation to do that kind of thing. Andy's work has been taking up a lot of his time, so most of my time has been spent with Mia, and obviously once 2-year-old is in bed, I am exhausted and there is just nothing more than sitting on the sofa that I can be bothered to do. So yeah, motivation and time has been lacking this last month or so, but hopefully things are going to start to get back to normal a little bit. I hope the easing of lockdown feels okay for you. It feels strange. It kind of almost feels stranger and more uncertain than when we went into lockdown. Do you know what I mean? Like when we went into lockdown, that was it. Now it's a bit like you can do this and you can do that, but you can't do this, and it's just a bit confusing. So I'm just kind of keeping in our little family bubble with extended family as well, and seeing a few friends. But yeah, I think you've just got to do what feels right for you, really, and what feels right for your family, and what feels right for keeping you going. So I am here today with, what month is it? July's unboxing video. Just quickly, last month I did do a blog. I did manage to do the unboxing vlog, so I'll link to the Knickerbocker Glory Box below because it was a good one. Maybe I will get that video edited. It just kind of feels a bit pointless now, but for consistency maybe. So we are talking about July boxes. How is it July? How has this year been simultaneously really long and really short at the same time? Like, March feels forever ago, but then it also feels like it's gone quickly. What is that? Does anyone else get that? What is that? Anyway, so as you can see, I am modelling something that's in the boxes this month. So I will show you about that in a minute. Let's have a look. These are the two boxes. This is the classic box and this is the luxury box. There's also a mini box, which is very similar and it has the same fabric as the classic box, there's just less of it. So you get the magazine. The theme for this month is Riviera, which was inspired by this gorgeous fabric, which so this box has sort of been in the planning stages since February, when I went to a fabric trade show in Birmingham here in the UK, and I met the lovely Josie from the Fabric Godmother, who was showcasing her own range of fabric that she launched last year, I think, and it completely passed me by. I had no idea, and then I met her, and she's actually fairly local, actually, she's not too far away. And she was showcasing this beautiful viscose crepe. It's called Lucetta. And I knew that I wanted it, so I knew it would be perfect for the summer as well. So I didn't get it straight away. I wanted it for the summer. And then thought about themes that it could go with. So the fabric is, the print is based on an original 1970s wallpaper, and it's got a sort of tile thing going on, a bit of pattern matching. I'm quite proud of that. So I decided to go for like the Italian Riviera sort of style, and as with a couple of boxes this year, I've been a bit uncertain whether to go for the theme or not, because lots of people obviously have had to cancel their travel plans. But then I thought, well, if you can't go to the Riviera, I'm going to bring the Riviera to you. So that's what I have tried to do. So every box has this magazine with a little introduction for me. And then I did an interview with Josie from the Fabric Godmother to find out more about launching her own range of fabric. Then you can see what I have made. So this is a Myosotis hack. I love the Myosotis dress, but I'm not a fan of the collar. And I recently made, well, I say recently, back in January, made the fringe top from Chalk and Notch, and I really like the neckline. So I have merged the two together. I'll put a picture of the dress up here so that you can see. And yes, like I said, I'm particularly proud of the fabric matching across the front and up the buttons. I feel like I'm showing you my chest here, but because of the tile print, I knew that if I didn't do that pattern matching and this line was up here and this line was down here, it would look really weird. So it looks a little bit off on the camera, but I don't think it's hugely noticeable. And like I said, you can see the picture. I am particularly proud of that because pattern matching is not my forte at all. Then we have the make of the month, which comes from Jade, who made the Sew Over It penny dress in that beautiful blue viscose, which was from the Ray of Sunshine boxes back in May. Yes, May, which I love that fabric. Then the One Fabric Two Ways. So the Knickerbocker Glory Classic boxes last month had an amazing pineapple print cotton poplin, which I sent off to Gemma and Laura. And they both went very bold actually. So Gemma made a coordinating set. I've got to try and find which pattern she used. So for the jacket, she used her favourite Mimi G pattern, Simplicity number 8558 to make the jacket. And then the shorts, so the shorts are the spring shorts from Peppermint magazine, so they were a free shorts pattern. And Laura has made a bomber jacket. It is the Amelia bomber jacket from the Australian pattern company Wardrobe by Me, and it looks fantastic. It didn't come without its issues, bless her. She worked really hard to get that one done. So that will be up on the blog soon. But it looks fantastic. Then the subscriber profile was with Jude, who I am loving this picture here. She's put all her So Hailey Jane Makes on a rail to take a photo, and it just looks fantastic. And it's really exciting to see that for me as well. The pattern picks from the fold line. So every month I email Kate and Rachel from the fold line with the fabrics that are going into the boxes this month, and they come back to me with their pattern picks for those fabrics. So we've got the new Rossetti dress from Selkie Patterns. We've got the violet dress from Fibre Mood, and then also some quilted slippers, which would be perfect, a perfect way of using the fat quarters. Then I've interviewed Suze Riley from Suze Cuts Paper, who has created an amazing print for the boxes this month. Then my little links, a couple of things I've been watching and reading. The Invisible Man, which is really a good movie. And I've also just finished reading So Lucky from Dawn Porter, which I loved. And then lovely Amy from Almond Rock Sews has done a word scramble. And then in a new feature, I've done Insta Watch, and that pineapple fabric, you guys loved that pineapple fabric so much. I only had enough space for 5, but there were so many. If you are interested in seeing what other people have made, go onto Instagram and search the hashtag So Hailey Jane Makes, and you'll be able to see loads of gorgeous pineapple goodies as well. So yeah, loved that. So that's the magazine. Whew. Right, let's start with the luxury box. So the print that I told you about that Suze has made is this gorgeous. So she uses a method called paper cutting. So every individual thing is individually cut out of paper and then pieced together. And it's just so cool. Can you see that? So 2 gorgeous ladies under some umbrellas on the Riviera doing some crafting, and she took inspiration from this fabric to create the pattern for this dress as well, which I absolutely love. So I'll link to that below. So that's very cool. Then unfortunately I couldn't send you a Prosecco or a limoncello or something like that. So I've gone for some lemon sherbet sweets, nice and summery. Then every box has a little parcel, and inside is a selection box of machine needles. I am always getting through needles and always needing more, and it's great. So if you're not sure, the finer the needle, so this one down here is a size 70, is perfect for slippery, drapey, delicate fabrics, such as maybe silk or maybe viscose. And then you've got a more heavier duty 100 up the top, which would be great for heavier weight linens, denims, things like that, although you can get actual denim needles as well. So a little selection box for you there. Obviously we've also got the matching Gutterman thread. Then the fat quarters I am in love with. They are so gorgeous. The blues are just beautiful. This is a collection called Tranquility from Craft Cotton Company, and they are just stunning. I love them so much. Lots of you have been putting your fat quarter stash to fantastic use the last few months, making face masks, face coverings. So they are perfect. I have used some, and you can get, so I've used the pattern by Dorota Davies, and you can get about three face masks or 3 pieces. So the pattern from Dorota Davies uses 3 layers. So I've used a pretty fat quarter layer for the front, then a jersey in the middle, and then I've just cut up an old cotton bed sheet for the inside layer. But I saw somebody used satin for the inside layer to go against the face, which I thought was very luxurious. So yeah, you can get about 3 out of these, which is just gorgeous. So we've got this one, which is kind of very similar. Actually, these two are similar to this in that they're kind of a tile print. I'm in love with this one. This one's my favorite. Then we've got a couple of florals, and then we've got a stripe as well. So all gorgeous. I'm actually tempted to make some large cushions for the garden. I'm trying to make our garden look a bit nicer. And I've actually started, because I haven't got any large cushion insets, I'm taking inspiration from the closet case patterns. They've got a pattern for Closet Core. They've just changed their name to Closet Core Patterns. They have a pattern for a giant floor poof, and they use scraps, all your fabric scraps, to fill it. So I thought that would probably work with cushions as well. So what I started doing is sort of shredding any small pieces that I can't use anywhere else from fabrics that I cut up, because obviously, like everyone else, I hate putting it in the bin. It feels so wasteful. So I've started just, you know, when you get like, you cut around your pieces and you've got like a piece this big and a piece this big with sort of thin bits and fat bits. So I've just been cutting them up. So I'm planning to spend a couple of evenings in front of the TV just cutting loads to make a cushion filling. So yes, that's that. Then the pattern this month is a new to me, definitely, and a relatively new company called The Pattern Preacher, who I discovered at the Stitch Festival, which was, when was that? Was that in March? I think it was in March. And I saw them there, so I got in contact, well, I saw the patterns being sold there, so I got in contact with the company. And yeah, this dress is gorgeous. This is called the Olivia dress, and it's beautiful, perfect for floaty fabrics, and it's got, you can see that it's got a shirred panel in the middle along the waist to make it super comfy and flattering, and yeah, I love it. I think that looks gorgeous. So yes, then like I say, the fabric is this beautiful, it's called Lucetta. It's a viscose crepe from the Fabric Godmother, and it is just beautiful. If I hold it up, you can see that tile design there. It's just gorgeous, and it's so lovely to work with. It's got fabulous drape as well. beautiful, and I am in love with this dress as well. So yes, so gorgeous. I'm so happy about that. Then the classic and mini boxes behind me here. I'll just hold it up there so that you can see. So yes, we've got the matching Gutterman thread, the print in all the boxes as well, the machine needles, sweets, magazine, and the fat quarters. So there are, from the full selection of 5, there are 4 fat quarters in the classic boxes and 3 in the minis. So that's that. And then the fabric, there were 2 different, colourways in the classic and mini boxes, and it's this really beautiful crepe. So they're basically reverse colourways. So we've got navy here with an ivory polka dot, and then I've got a little bit here of the ivory with the navy polka dot, which, yeah, is so lovely. It is, the navy's not so, navy's more opaque, but the ivory one is a little bit sheer, so you might want to line it. It's hard, you can't really tell, but if I fold it in half, you can see the spots behind it coming through. So it is a little bit sheer, but I've got so many ideas for these fabrics. Definitely perfect for something like an Ogden cami, or who, by the way, they have just released a wider size range, which is fantastic. And if you have already purchased a pattern, you should have received an email, which I did, with the updated sizing. So they've, I think they've gone for a bigger So I think they've gone for a bigger cup size as well, and wider straps, and the bigger cup size also has darts, bust darts. So that is fantastic. But also I really want to make, I've been saying I'm going to make this pattern since it came out last summer, the chalk and notch victory tank. This is going to be perfect for that. Blouses, the new pattern from Helen's Closet. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a shirt with a tie waist. That's going to look fantastic. Culottes or just floaty skirts. There's not enough fabric for the full length. I don't think there's enough fabric for the knee length, but the top version of the Wilder gown would look fantastic in this as well. The Olivia dress, so much. Anything that's floaty and drapey, yeah, I'm excited to use some of this. And I think you cannot go wrong with a classic polka dot as well. This was given, when I was looking at samples, I was getting real like Pretty Woman vibes, you know, when she's at the horse race and she's wearing that gorgeous polka dot dress in that sort of rusty brown colour. So I was, yeah, definitely getting some Pretty Woman vibes from this. So yes, there you have it. Those are the boxes this month. I will say, because I have been picked up on it, if you got this one, I'm really sorry that the thread doesn't quite match. It's really, really hard to choose the right colour. I knew that this wasn't white and that it was more ivory, but I didn't have a sample when I purchased the threads, so I sort of went for an off-whitish, ivory-ish colour, but it came out more silvery grey. So I am really sorry about that, but I figured most people have a lot of white in their stash already, so having a slightly different colour to add to your stash I thought would be okay. So I am sorry that the thread doesn't quite match. I will do better, I promise I will do better. Really embarrassed by that. But yeah, I thought it was a really nice colour anyway, so I thought it would be good to add to your stash. So I would like to say that I will be doing more videos now, but I don't want to make any promises that I can't commit to. Things are starting to return to normal. Mia is back at her childminders, although in the middle of August the childminder is closing because she's moving on to a new challenge. So Mia will then be starting preschool the second week of September. So that's very exciting. And yeah, starting to sort of go back to her grandparents to be looked after as well. So yeah, hopefully a little bit more time to spend on doing this kind of thing. I am also, so we have a spare bedroom that doesn't really get used at all. And I've been doing my sewing in the kitchen because I kind of figured it was more central, and if Mia was busy doing something or eating her dinner, I could just whiz up a little seam here and there. But actually having it all out in the kitchen, I found really stresses me out because it makes such a mess and I can't close the door on it. And if a project is taking me a few days to do, the kitchen is just a mess all the time. So I have bought a desk that I'm hoping to build this weekend for the spare room, and because I don't get much sewing done here, because when I'm here I'm working on the computer usually, and it's easier to do little bits here and there at home. So yes, I'm going to be creating a new sewing space in the spare room of our house, which I'm very excited about, and I'm hoping it's going to motivate me a little bit more to do a bit more sewing, because I have so many things that I want to make. So many things. My list is as long as my arm, probably even longer, but I just haven't got the... It's mostly getting the pattern pieces cut. That's the hardest thing, is getting a pattern cut out. That's the thing that I just can't be bothered to do. Once that's done and I can get to the sewing machine, I'm fine. Like this dress took me probably 2 or 3 days of doing it in little snippets. I don't get, the time to dedicate a full day anymore. I reckon I could have got it done in an afternoon. If I had merged all of those times together, I would have got it done in an afternoon. So yeah, once I've actually got the pattern cut out, it's fine. It's just getting to that stage of cutting the pattern. But I have just cut out a shirt that I'm excited to make up. Like I said, I really want to do the Victory Tank by Chalk and Notch. And I have a pair of trousers that I'm halfway through. I kind of have put them down because I'm not sure that they're gonna fit in the end. I should have made a toile. I say this every time. I should have made a toile. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Anyway, this video is getting a bit long now, so I'm going to say goodbye now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed having a little peek inside the boxes, and I will see you all really soon, hopefully for some more videos and content. Have a fabulous day, and yeah, see you soon. Bye.